It's a fascinating visual record of social and political happenings during a tumultuous period in British history. This is a Stuart Needlework panel from the 17th century. The embroidered square panel features a couple on either side of a tree at the center. Surrounding them are various floral motifs and animals, both real and mythical. Like other needleworks from this period, there are layers of political, religious, and social context. In the 17th century, women's domestic embroidery bloomed in a time of social and political change in England. Needlework skills were seen as ideal traits of well-bred women, often linked to the home. These skills were either taught by tutors or in girls' schools. During this period, a distinct style of figurative works emerged with classical, biblical, and political themes. The pieces could be interpreted as expressions of their contemporary social experiences, as well as their families' political positions. Monarchy was a prevailing subject matter. The years between 1660 and 1685 are known as the Restoration period, when Charles II reigned following 2 civil wars. This piece was probably created after 1662, when King Charles II married Catherine of Braganza. Both were popular figures on embroidered textiles, and most likely the couple depicted at the center of this panel. Charles's style of dress is characteristic of the Cavaliers, who were supporters of Charles II in his restoration to the English throne. Most needlework designs of this period featured flora and fauna, which were found in pattern books or inspired by prints of botanical and scientific illustrations. Natural subjects were very prevalent, often alluding to the Garden of Eden. Between the couple is an oak tree sapling, which had royalist associations, as Charles II hid from parliamentarians in an oak tree during the outbreak of the First English Civil War. This depiction also harkens back to biblical illustrations of Adam and Eve by the Tree of Life, as pastoral scenes became representative of happy and fruitful marriages. The acorns are symbolic of fertility and new life. There's also the thistle, the national flower of Scotland and representative of Stuart ancestry. The unicorn was also a symbol of both royalist support during this period, as well as a heraldic symbol in the royal arms. Another mythical creature, a cockatrice, sits in the upper left corner, which could represent America. Similar panels from this period have animals in each corner that were allegorical of the 4 continents of Europe, Asia, Africa, and the New World. Various insects are intermittently spaced between the flowers, including bees, caterpillars, snails, and butterflies. Upon closer look, we're able to see the various stitches and materials that make up this work. The unicorn is an especially interesting example. Here you can see the silver purl, which is a type of metal embroidery that is fine wire tightly wrapped around expensive imported silk floss. Many of these textiles were likely luxury items or imported, meaning that aside from professional embroiderers, only the upper classes could afford the materials needed to produce this kind of needlework. There are also sections of long and short stitches and French knots. The different stitches create varying patterns and textures throughout the needlework, as many embroiderers intentionally wanted to create dimension. There's a sense of creativity in choice of subjects, whether it was a prepared kit or patterns pieced together, as well as experimentation with the types of stitches used for each element, such as the softness of the central figures and the patch of land they stand on, or the multicolored knots that make up this leaf in comparison to the smoother texture and appearance of the other flora. Overall, this piece is a wonderful example of a woman's embroidery that showcases the maker's royalist political leanings coming from an upper-class merchant or noble family that hoped for political stability with the continued succession of the monarchy.